If he can make a three-pointer, I'll tell you how much I make off YouTube.
Beast is one of the biggest YouTubers out there. It's amazing what he has done so far, and that's why he collabed with Stephan. Today, I'm going to be revealing some key tricks on Mr. Beast's portfolio and how he made his $100 million empire.
Pick any channel you want.
$63,000 a month. Paperwork, and probably a few dozen other things that seemingly crop out throughout the day that pull my attention away from what I really enjoy the most. I think the simplicity of being focused on one single goal is something that so many of us forget. And in this case, having one target is going to yield a much better result than being spread thin.
Mr. Beast obviously values freedom over money. He'd rather spend his time and energy reinvesting his business than worrying about having an extra car, worrying about having that extra fancy watch. And in the end, he can reinvest all that energy, multiplying his wealth by tenfold.
Now, these last 2 points could be easily applied to anyone watching, and it became apparent that when it comes to Jimmy, whether he wins or loses or makes a mistake, he wins because he's able to learn from it.
Sometimes,
Is right. Being humble at your job can make you improve and work better.
so I sleep a little bit better. Hopefully it's not too messy. So I have everything I need in here. My bed, my work computer, a little bench press to get exercise in, a toilet and a shower, and that's my closet. I was on the cover of Rolling Stone recently, which who cares about magazines, whatever. But Steve Jobs was also on the cover of Rolling Stone. So I'm getting this blown up to be the same size as this. So I can have just matching posters of us both on the cover of Rolling Stone.
Could you walk us through a normal day?
Next week, I'm gonna be flying to India.
Opening a franchise store, opening Feastables, which is a huge chocolate company, and tons more incoming. That's why he has a ton of revenue. He diversifies. Just like you diversify your portfolio, he diversifies in other businesses. On a simple basis, Mr. Beast is doing what nobody else does. He makes highly productive content that cannot be replicated, cannot be replaced, and therefore, he also has tons of new businesses that people love to get into.
Do your best to stay busy, recognize where you're spending most of your time, and track your goals on an hourly basis to make sure you know what you're doing. Otherwise, you'll end up on TikTok for an hour. Ask me how I know. Oh, and he also wanted me to remind you to subscribe and...
Allegedly, he just turned down a $1 billion offer. Therefore, his channel is worth more than $1 billion by following a simple recipe. Reinvesting all of his money into either his business, which can be applied to any sort of life. You don't have to necessarily work on your YouTube channel. You can have your own dropshipping business, your own online business, all sorts. And Stephan really looks into that and appreciates Mr. Beast's passion for work. Another reason why Mr. Beast and Stephan get along so well is because they both practice minimalism. They both are multi-millionaires, yet they are living very simply. Why? Because the more money and income you earn, the more you realize you don't need that fancy watch. And Mr. Beast realized that. He didn't need that house that felt only bigger and bigger for him than he could currently live in. Stephan has the same idea. He likes to reinvest his income. He likes to live frugally. He likes to practice minimalism. Hell, he makes his own coffee. And this goes really a long way and shows why Stephan and Mr. Beast could be making some great future collaborations. Instead of buying stocks and investing in index funds, Mr. Beast invests in his own business and expands, pivots to what potentially is gonna interest viewers around the world, scaling the Mr. Beast franchise.
You know how many income sources you have?
That's an interesting one. Well, let's see. We have Beast Burger, Feastables. We have a company where we dub channels, which runs our Mr. Beast Espanol and stuff like that. We do that for other people. We have Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast Gaming, Beast Reacts. I mean, would you count Mr. Beast Espanol? Okay, well then Mr. Beast Espanol, Mr. Beast...
How many languages are there? Well,
a lot.
To summarize all the languages.
Okay, well then all the languages, which there's like 20 of those. And then, and they're starting to do more views than my English channels, which is crazy.
Wow, yeah.
And what else do we have going on?
Merch?
Yeah, merch is another one. It's kind of hard, I kind of forget.
One thing is for sure, Mr. Beast did not save his money by buying less coffees outside, but instead spent his time on working something like Feastables. He's working on videos that couldn't be recreated. So what do you guys think? Do you think Mr. Beast is right to invest in his business, or should he invest his money into something like stocks? Let me know down in the comments below and I'll keep you guys updated.